Hello, I'm Chief Plummer from Gray Fire Rescue, and this is meant to try to assist you with your decision on voting for the new fire station or the possible purchase of the Walker's Tire facility into replacement for the village fire station. And there are several questions that have come up, and hopefully I'll be able to answer some of your questions through this media so that you are more informed. One of the things that have come up considerably and have been contacted since this issue has come up is that we're adding a fire station, and that why are we adding a fire station? Well, first, we're not adding a fire station. The village fire station is an active fire station, has been an active fire station since Gray Fire started over 125 years ago, and we are replacing that station with a newer modern facility with Walker's Tire. The village fire station has been a fire station since the Gray Fire Department started, and it was built in 1837. Unfortunately, due to access and traffic, it is not functional as a fire station anymore. The doors are too small to accommodate modern apparatus, and also there's no ramp for us to pull out on safely without being in traffic. We also have a plan to try to relocate stations that are further apart than what they are. And on this slide, you can see that the three red dots are the current locations of fire stations, and the green dots are where we would like to see fire stations located throughout the town to try to get a better coverage for the town and a better ISO rating. If you look at this, this would be with what we'd optimally like to have at some point with the current public safety building, the addition of Walker's Station, sharing a station with Raymond, possibly sharing a station with Pineland, and also with Wyndham in West Gray. That's the configuration that we'd like to see through planning through a number of years. Some of the reasons the village fire station is unable to be used will accommodate modern fire apparatus. The condition of the station is not suitable to staff during storms or other long-term emergencies. There's no crew quarters. We're in the process of recommending to the council the purchase of a new engine to replace a 1974 engine. This new engine is being built to fit in a building that's 170 years old, which is going to cost us more money to make it fit into that building. The village master plan indicates that the village station is also one of the few parcels available for redevelopment in the area. Recruiting and retention of volunteers is difficult when they live in the section of town that responds to the village station. They can't get to the station, and it's very unuser-friendly. According to the village master plan, traffic has nearly doubled since 1990, which again makes it a serious issue for that station. This creates a serious safety issue and creates a situation of a non-functional fire station located in the middle of an extremely busy intersection. Responders themselves have a hard time getting to the station and then responding out of it, and also an extremely difficult and dangerous to back into the station due to traffic and small doors. Most of our people are volunteers. That station is not staffed, so people have to get to the station, and in order to do that, they have a hard time getting through traffic with just a small red light on their dash. So that makes it difficult for them to get there. It's not safe, and it also is extremely difficult to get out of the station. As you can see, it was built in 1837 as the first town hall in Gray, and converted to a fire station over 125 years ago. You can see the village fire station as it sits, the three main bays that were original, only 9-foot by 9-foot doors. None of our modern apparatus fits through those doors. The addition to the left is where we have an active engine. And I think that many people in town think that this fire station is vacant and is not used, but that end bay on the left is where our engine 1 responds from, and it's a very active station. That engine 1 goes on all reported structure fires, motor vehicle accidents, the turnpike, and all of South Gray and any other call-in Gray that requires all of our engines. So it is an active fire station. In the other three bays, we do have 2 forestry trucks that are smaller that barely fit through the doors, and then our antique fire engine is also stored in that building. The second floor is not used as it has been condemned due to code violations. So the only place that we occupy is the downstairs. There are many issues with the building if we decided to fix it, which most of the problems cannot be fixed. The door sizes, the traffic, the location, on and on. But there are many building issues as well. Mortar issues with the building, bricks becoming loose, the granite foundation being loose, the roof being bad, the windows being bad. So it's not just the location and the response issues. You'll note that there's basically no front ramp as we normally have in a fire station. When we pull out, we pull directly out into traffic. In fact, the engine 1 bay, which is the bay located there on the left, you have to pull out into the traffic before you pass that part of the station where you can see oncoming traffic. So you're actually pulling blind out into the intersection, trying to cross 3 or 4 lanes of traffic depending on where we're going, and going against traffic in some spots. You can also notice the tire tracks on the front ramp there, that when they come around the corner, the trucks go within inches of the building, making for a very unsafe situation for pulling out or even working on the apparatus. Again, looking down in front of the fire station, it's virtually on the road. We cannot work on the trucks, we can't wash the trucks, we can't pull them out to do training, we can't pull them even out to do truck checks. All of those things are done here at Central Fire Station, and they have to drive them from that village fire station up to Central Station on Shaker Road. That's looking out from one bay, looking across, and you can see there's only a couple vehicles stopped there, but at rush hour, obviously, that's completely full of traffic, and trying to get across that with an island and either make a left-hand turn up Yarmouth Road or directly across to Route 100, or left to go on Shaker Road or Route 100 is nearly impossible. That's our current public safety building, and that's our Central Fire Station located on Shaker Road. We do have good access. However, the building is overcrowded. You can see 3 doors, and there are 3 doors on the back. However, we have apparatus in between each door because we don't have room to store them, and they're active apparatus. So we have a severe overcrowding issue, which makes it an unsafe condition, and a non-functional station at this station as well. With the addition to walkers, all of our apparatus fits. In the old station down in the village, none of our current apparatus at this fire station fit in that building. So we have a problem operationally that we can't move trucks around. Back in November of 2002 and then again in 2006, there was a study done on public safety, and it was noted that the current fire station here at Public Safety, or our Central Fire Station located at 125 Shaker Road, was not big enough, and that 2 additional bays were needed to house all of the apparatus that we have. We have a severe overcrowding issue at the Gray Public Safety Building. The cost for the 2 additional bays was roughly $400,000. By purchasing walkers for $262,000, it is eliminating the current need for an additional 2 bays added onto this station, creating a better working environment, safer working environment, and a more productive working environment here at Central Station, because we're going to be able to relocate some of the apparatus from here to the new station at Walker's. So $262,000, although seems high, comparison to $400,000, we feel we're getting a much better deal. We're spreading out our apparatus, getting better response times, covering the village district area better, and not having our volunteers trying to respond through that area in downtown with all the lights, with all the traffic to get to the fire station. Many of our members live south on Route 100, off of Route 100, so they will not have to go through that with their personal vehicles to try to get to calls. Again, reducing our response times and increasing our serviceability to you, our citizens. The current public safety building is severely overcrowded with apparatus and a lack of space to house all of our personnel. We're looking into a live-in student program and are unable to start that due to a lack of space. We're unable to move apparatus around as they only fit in the station, limiting our options for response. We're unable to fit an additional tanker to meet our ISO requirements and to work with other town-wide efforts to provide adequate water throughout our town. The purchase of a building to replace the village station will eliminate the immediate need to add on to this building, saving the $400,000.